Coming up now is a fight for the WBC interim title, and a very important fight in the same weight class at 154 when we talk about Serhii Bohachuk and Brian Mendoza. Mendoza coming off the loss to Tim Tszyu, but he's also a guy who has stopped Sebastian Fundora. There is Brian Mendoza. And you want to talk about some knockout power. Mendoza stopped Fundora last year to get a victory. Mendoza is a guy who has had some really highlight reel knockouts, has great power, a lot of confidence, and a top 10 guy at 154 pounds. He's gonna need that power tonight against the Ukrainian. And when we talk about the knockout power, take a look at him and Sebastian Fundora. Again, this was a fight that happened late last year, but this is really interesting because it was a fight that Fundora had the lead until that left hook. And Fundora said the biggest lesson I learned from that, I kept my hands down. I felt like I had that fight in the bag and I lost focus. And that's when Mendoza made him play with the left hook and then the right hand, and got a huge victory for Brian Mendoza, who then went on to fight Tim Tszyu. He lost that fight to Tszyu over in Australia. Now, his opponent tonight, the Ukrainian, Serhii Bohachuk. Another power-punching young man. And another man who's got some height. Guy stands at nearly 6 feet. And he is on a 5-fight win streak tonight and looking, as he says, to claim his rightful place atop the 154-pound class and title, and he wants a shot at those unified belts as well. It's an important fight, high-stakes fight here at 154 pounds. So let's send things over to Mauro Ranallo ringside for the tail of the tape.
Thank you very much, BC. And yes, Serhii Bohachuk, Brian Mendoza, all the ingredients for a barn burner here. And with Bohachuk, he is 23-1, and you live by the sword. Well, his one loss was a knockout. He was leading on all scorecards too, but Brandon Adams came from behind, landed a compact left hook along the ropes, dropping Bohachuk, but he's come back with 5 straight knockouts. All of his wins have been via KO. And Brian Mendoza, a guy who carries the power of the punch late into fights. Brian mentioned the knockout of the year candidate against Fundora. Hey, on 10 days' notice, he stopped former unified champion Jason Rosario with a body shot. He takes this fight on 12 days' notice. Let's get set for this pivotal matchup at 154. And now, let's go for the official introductions.
Here in Las Vegas, Nevada from T-Mobile Arena, we continue the action once again for PBC on Prime Video. It is all brought to you by TGB Promotions, sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. And Universal Pictures Monkey Man, only in theaters April 5th. And now, this bout is sanctioned by the WBC Supervisor Michelle Solomon, and the WBC President Mauricio Sulaiman. And now the 3 judges ringside are Glenn Feldman, Don Trella, and Steve Weisfeld. And the referee in charge of the action is Robert Hoyle. And now this bout is promoted in association with 360 Promotions. Premier Boxing Champions presents 12 rounds for the Interim WBC Super Welterweight Championship. Introducing first in the red corner, wearing the red, black, and gold trunks, he weighed in at 153.2 pounds. His record stands 22 victories, including 16 wins by knockout, opposite of 3 defeats. Representing Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Albuquerque, New Mexico, here is the hard-hitting number 9 ranked world contender, Brian "La Bala" Mendoza. And now introducing his opponent across the ring in the blue corner, wearing the yellow and blue, Ukrainian colors, he weighed in at 152.6 pounds. His record stands 23 victories, all 23 wins by knockout, and just one blemish. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California by way of Vinnytsia, Ukraine. He is the #2 world rank contender, Serhii El Flaco Bohachuk.
Let's go, Blue. Okay, we went over the instructions in the dressing room. Any punches that land here will be a fair blow. Anything here is going to be a fair blow. I want you to touch them up, obey my commands, and give me a good, clean fight. Scoot back.
Let's go to Claudia Trejos.
I was just in Islandis Lara's corner, and Ismael Salas was actually wrapping his hands, and that's why he couldn't walk out with Brian Mendoza. But I was also informed that he should be here in the first couple of rounds because he has to take care of Lara and then make sure that Rolly is taken care of. This is a very busy night for Ismael Salas, taking care of 3 corners in one night.
The bell and round number 1, and Brian Mendoza, he rolled the dice moving to Las Vegas back in 2018 and hooking up with Ismael Salas, and who's been the voice of reason and the security in that corner. How much of an impact will that have on Mendoza right now?
Incredible. It's a very big plus for Mendoza being here with Salas in that gym because he can, number one, you're going to.
But what about the fact he's not in the corner right now?
Well, he will be. He will be. He's got his trusted, associates in the corner right now. He'll be out momentarily. But that's the price you pay when you got 3 championship fights on this card. But Mendoza's very well served by being with Salas because of the great sparring that he's got throughout this camp.
And early on, Bohachuk trying to establish the jab, trying to maximize the 3-inch reach advantage. After, again, known for his power, 100% knockout ratio. But we've seen him continue to improve with the jab, settle down a little bit more with the smart pressure. And he says smart pressure will be the key tonight.
And that's exactly what a smart pressure is, which is the jab. You want to come in with the jab. He's throwing that jab. He's trying to set up the pace. Bohachuk, he's ready. He's got Mendoza on the ropes, and that's what he wants. And once he gets him on the ropes, you know what Bohachuk is going to do. He's going to work. He's going to throw those combinations.
Mendoza's first trainer, Fidel Maldonado, called him the hardest worker he has ever had, and that reputation continues. He was in camp with Tim Tszyu, was signed as a standby for this card, and as we mentioned, on 12 days' notice, replacing Sebastian Fundora, who was promoted to the main event after Keith Thurman was forced to withdraw due to a right biceps injury. But Brian Mendoza has the philosophy, you stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And, well, he is ready on short notice for a tough test here tonight.
Well, that's why, again, when he stepped in, actually it was my fight that got canceled against Jason Rosario, and Mendoza stepped in for Elvis Gomez, who got injured in camp, and he took advantage of that, knocked out Rosario, and that really brought him into the forefront, and then had the big win against Fundora. Right now, he's doing a good job of boxing and moving and maneuvering Bohachuk. And he's taking his time, and this is what Mendoza does. He will box and feel you out a little bit until he spots an opening, and then he'll strike.
And he loves to go to the body. Again, we mentioned he stopped Rosario, dropped Rosario with a body shot, and then stopped it with the uppercut, but continues to invest early into the body. And yet Bohachuk sticking with his game plan, the jab and the pressure.
And I think I'm sorry, Joe, but I think both of them are doing a fantastic job in this first round. Bohachuk doing what is common and what he is here to do, which is pressure. Set up the pace, close the gap, and Mendoza, well, the defense, he's trying to move around, and a good job for both of them. Yep. Hard round to score, to be honest.
Good first round. Good first round. Hey, I got it. Good first round. Way to stay focused, huh? Way to keep your guard up. Good, bro.
Thank you.
Tell.
You too as well.
Give me some side-to-side movement. Off the jab and side-to-side movement, okay? Yes? Okay. Stay low. Place your shots, yes? Place your punches. But everything off the jab. 1-2 down the middle. Jab prava boy. Jab prava snizo. And then corpus. Good, 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 good. Right? Short 1-2, okay?
Watch
Short
the
1-2.
overhand right, okay?
Yes, good defense. Watch the overhand right and the left hook. Okay? Second round.
Here we go.
Well, in round 2, and Mendoza's trainer, Mr. Salas, back in his corner. So, again, a busy man tonight. Could be a very successful night for the Salas camp if all goes according to plan. And for Bohachuk in his corner as well, Abner, a guy you know quite well, in Manny Robles.
Manny Robles, a guy that trained me for 2 fights, a great trainer. Bohachuk, I know him. I've seen him spar. A great athlete. I mean, he works hard. He's a hard worker, and you can see it. It reflects on the fights. Every single fight is a guy that has got the conditioning, always going forward, non-stop fighter. The only thing I want to see from Bohachuk now is for him to change the speed on those punches.
Joe,
Don't be predictable.
early on, we are seeing both fighters actually have success with their game plan.
Yeah, look, again, this is no surprise that Mendoza is kind of playing a cagey right now. He may not have won that first round just because of the pressure that Bohachuk put on him, but nobody really scored big. But just because he was pressing, he's going to get the round from me. But Mendoza is looking to strike. He already landed a couple great body shots.
Nice counter left hook by Mendoza upstairs. Good body movement, going to the body again with right-handed in that round 1. Mendoza outlanded Bohachuk to the body 9-1, but Bohachuk outlanded him in terms of total punches 14-12. And here in round 2, we're doing it again.
Yeah, Mendoza's going to want to try to work the body, break down the Bohachuk. But again, the pressure from Bohachuk is just there consistent. And Mendoza is just, it seems like he's trying to say, there it is, trying to time it here.
Overhand right uppercut by Mendoza, backing Bohachuk up now with some pressure of his own. That attack to the body.
And it seems to bother Bohachuk.
Oh yeah, it wobbled him a little bit. And
Bohachuk left hook.
Mendoza just, I think he's not respecting Bohachuk's power. That's why he came out kind of firing on all cylinders right now. Although Bohachuk did land a nice little right hand. It looks like Mendoza's kind of inspired and wants to take this round and take him out.
Mendoza's never been down as a pro. Bohachuk has been down twice. And most recently, well, in that loss back in 2021 against Brandon Adams, he was leading on all 3 scorecards before getting caught with a catch-and-shoot left hook upstairs along the ropes. And so Bohachuk's chin has been tested, and so is Mendoza's in his career, but he's yet to go down.
Yeah, never been down. He's solid, really solid, and look, you can never count him out, even when he's losing every round. Mendoza will come back, and he's powerful. So this is again, it's a very, this fight here could go either way because both guys have power.
Oh, there was the Mike Tyson combination, right up to the body, right uppercut on the inside by Mendoza. As we are into the final 10 seconds, 2 consummate professionals looking to remain in the hunt at 154 pounds. Let's go to Claudia Trejos.
Well, while Bohachuk and Mendoza are going at it, we have to also remember the corners have a little brawl to settle because Manny Robles took the win when he took Frank Espinosa in that outstanding defeat he gave Robeisy Ramirez, who is one of the pupils from Ismael Salas from back in the day in Cuba. So this has a little bit more seasoning than just what's going on in the ring. The corners are going at it as well.
En la cuerda ya tiene que flexionar la rodilla y camina. Tú estabas caminando en la cuerda y se quedaba perdido. No puede parar de caminar, no saltar, es caminar.
You gotta walk.
Yeah, here's that right hand of the body and right uppercut you were going to talk about. He didn't throw it there.
Seconds
but
out.
That's where Mendoza did hurt him. Here's Bohachuk landing a right hand and driving Mendoza back into the corner.
Yeah, you're going to see that a lot from Bohachuk. I mean, the overhand rights, the power shots. I mean, he's known for a power shot shooter. But again, Mendoza's body work is working so well so far, and great round for Mendoza last round.
Mendoza has recorded 7 knockdowns in his last 4 fights. 13 of his 16 KOs have come within the first 4 rounds. And as we look at total power punches through 3 rounds, It's Bohachuk with a slight edge. I mean, this is the kind of fight we're seeing. It's even in the stats and pretty even in what we're seeing in the ring.
And we talked about this fight beforehand being, look, this is kind of a pick-up fight right now.
Yeah, Bohachuk a slight favorite, and maybe based on Mendoza coming off the loss to Zoo and taking the fight on Saturday.
Absolutely. I believe that is the reason why he is a small dog in this fight.
But again, Mendoza is known to be that guy that makes the adjustments.
He makes the most of being the ultimate underdog.
The adjustments, and I think right now he's looking for that. I know the aggressive fighter Bohachuk, and it seems like he is on top of Mendoza. But Mendoza's definitely setting up something.
But this is what Mendoza's corner didn't want him to do. Run to the corner and get caught there by Bohachuk.
Yeah, you want to grab and turn right away.
There's that right uppercut by Mendoza. Bohachuk short steps and just little pressure here. Joe, would you like to see a little more output from Bohachuk with the pressure?
Well, look, this is a 12-round fight. We're in the third round right now. And, you know, the strategies are going to change as we go along. But I believe Bohachuk's going to do exactly what he's doing now. He's just going to keep pressing until he either gets the knockout.
There's a right uppercut on the inside left hook. Right uppercut, jack in the jaw of Mendoza. So there's the aggressive attack of Bohachuk on cue.
This is what got here.
And I was about to say there was a lot of missing by Mendoza. Yeah, there was a lot of missing for Bohachuk for that uppercut. And again, Mendoza coming back at moments. You know, he has his moments.
Trying to set a trap.
He's trying to set a trap. But again, taking the shots. Yeah.
And that right hand of Bohachuk is lethal. The Tyler Brunson and just a crazy.
You know, he's got power in both hands. That's the hand that does most damage right there. He goes to 3 right hands to the body. And he's got Mendoza bleeding right now, too. You know, which is...
But that's you don't want to be there if you're Mendoza. You want the mid-range. You don't want to be in the inside because Bohachuk is so good. We've seen with the uppercut, you saw the work that he does.
Yeah,
he will outland you.
He's very comfortable on the inside. I said earlier that Bohachuk is most vulnerable when he's at that mid-range.
And that's where Mendoza wanted to keep the fight, was at mid-range, but it's not that. It's a phone booth fight here because of Bohachuk and Mendoza getting battered and bloodied with that jab, the sharp jab of Bohachuk.
Toma él. Espérate, deja que lo... Toma él, tranquilo. Creo que...
Look, I mean, this is what you were talking about, Morel, was that jab from Bohachuk. 2 of them landed right there. And, you know, but that's not really what's doing the damage. The damage is right here. That's it. That short stroke in close. This is where Bohachuk's most effective and most comfortable.
Tú con un golpe lo acabas, pero no puedes regalar asalto. No regale asalto. Inteligente, no te vayas. El centro del ring es el tuyo. Limpia, límpiate,
Don't
cojones.
give away the rounds. You have to be ready. Just do not give away the rounds.
Bohachuk with plenty of things on his mind, but focusing, of course, on tonight's fight. His family in the Ukraine, his brother on the front lines. His mom still living in their hometown that was bombed, but it took him 4 months to finally get his visa to come back to the United States. Spent 4 weeks in Poland, and he's a guy with a 100% knockout ratio and on the cusp of a championship opportunity against the double tough Brian Mendoza, who's fought at the highest level of the division.
He certainly, Bohachuk's got a lot of incentive to win this fight, doesn't he? I mean, in more ways than one. That being said,
nice uppercut left hand by Mendoza. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was a beautiful
Work out.
I was going to say, Mendoza also, look, everyone wants to win. And Mendoza, again, may be the underdog in this fight, but I never count him out like we talked about. He's always capable of putting you out with one shot.
And he said, and this is a great quote, he said, when you go into the ring against the guy you're expected to beat, it's not the same, but upsetting the odds, upsetting the world, and even shocking the world, it's so much sweeter, right?
And he's having a really good round this round. He's not staying on the ropes, as you see. Unfortunately, there he is, but he's got to turn. He's got to turn it. He was doing it great. He was setting the tempo. You can't fight.
Oh, counter left hook by Bohachuk upstairs.
Again, he's a guy, Bohachuk, that's just continuing. He's going to continue to pressure. He's going to be on you, but again, keep using the ring. Turn him.
Well, right now, Bohachuk's keeping his hands up much more defensively than Mendoza. He's dropping his hands a lot. He's getting cleared out.
And Mendoza along the ropes, where he's coached, absolutely does not want him to be. And while we talk about people setting traps, it doesn't behoove him to continue to do so, Abner, against a guy with the kind of pressure and power of Bohachuk.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to catch and shoot against a fighter that just throws one punch at a time. But this guy, he throws a lot. One over the other. I mean, he throws a lot, Bohachuk. And again, great conditioning. And now he's the one that's throwing the uppercuts and the body shots as well.
And it all starts with the jab.
It does, and right off that jab, Bohachuk landed a couple of nice little short right hands along the ropes where Salas does not want Mendoza to be. And does he, look, you got to understand something. Bohachuk's pressure puts you on the ropes, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. Although there have been times where we've seen Mendoza take that step back, looking to set the trap, but to no avail.
Yeah, I got kind of
no rapid
right
punch.
now. It looks
No
like
rapid punch.
Mendoza is
On the Easter weekend, no rapid punching.
That's a good one.
20 seconds left in the 4th round.
Yeah, look, right now Mendoza is, I think, getting beat to the punch, basically at will right now by Bohachuk. You know?
Yeah, the pressure of Bohachuk continuing to wear down Mendoza, but Mendoza always has that counter, always has the power late. Still to come at the top of the hour, PBC pay-per-view from the fight capital of the world, including for the unified 154-pound championship, the undefeated Blizzard of Oz, Tim Tszyu. Will it be Tszyu-mania in Las Vegas against Sebastian Fundora, who is replacing the injured Keith Thurman with the opportunity of a lifetime, becoming the tallest fighter ever to vie for a title at 154, but that's not all. Rolando Romero and Isaac Cruz meet in an ultimate clash of styles. Bad blood aplenty in that one for a 140-pound strap. Erislandy Lara, the ageless wonder at 40, tries to tame Australia's Michael Zarafa, and a 112-pound title fight, Julio Cesar Martinez against Angelino Cordova, and it's always been a family affair for Isaac Cruz. There was a time where he literally said, I couldn't even afford a tortilla for my young family. He's now a breakout star with nearly 1 million followers on social media. Many want him, feel he could be the next big Mexican star, but he's in tough against the unorthodox and polarizing Rolly Romero.
Absolutely. I think you summed it up well. I'm not going to try to add.
we got to tell those stories fast here. PBC on Prime as the action continues. Round number 5, and it continues to be Bohachuk walking down Mendoza, but the veteran Mendoza saying, hey, I don't really want to keep going backwards, so I'm just going to clinch and try to push you back.
Right, and that's what he did. He put a wrestling move on him and drove him back into the ropes. But
what do you think about
training
wrestling fighters for conditioning? Stephen Redman Edwards has actually said some of his fighters, because of clinching and stuff, that they actually do grapple a bit and build that stamina and strength. What's your thoughts?
I'm all for a strength coach if they don't interfere with the boxing aspect of it and do their job, which is what you hire them for. And Tony Brady's the one out here in Vegas. He's a legendary strength coach who is, to me, the top guy in the business.
You have Bohachuk ahead by 2 points. The biggest reason, Joe, on your unofficial scorecard?
Well, because number one, the criteria for winning a round is effective pressure. And he's been effective and he's been pressuring. Right now, he's got Mendoza on the defense. Mendoza's trying to maneuver into a position where he can score, but he's just not getting that opportunity right now.
That pressure that Bohachuk has, it's just that he doesn't even give you time to think. He's constantly on you. I mean, Mendoza's coming from that, tough loss against Tim Tszyu. Yes, another pressure fighter, but this is a different pressure fighter.
And while we admire the heart of Brian Mendoza, he's been hit with a lot of hard shots from Tszyu, from Fundora, and they do cumulatively start to take their toll.
Yes, they do. But in the meantime, when we're talking about Bohachuk, Mendoza landed a good left hook to the head, back to the body, and back then.
Come on, work out, let him go.
So, he's still going to chip away at you, and he's very heavy-handed.
All right, let's check in with Jordan Plant and what's happening in Bohachuk's corner.
Yes, guys, I just spoke to head trainer Manny Robles, and he said that he wants him to fight at mid-range. And when he's on the inside, shoot the 1-2, keep his body moving side to side, and he wants him to do a better job cutting off the ring. He said anytime Mendoza moves to the left, he wants him to throw the right hand. So we'll see if he follows those instructions, but that's what I was hearing in the corner, guys.
And yeah, it's interesting because that's absolutely, Mendoza would love to keep it at the mid-range as well. And he's been doing what he does best, and he wants to continue to do is go to the body, but he's been unable to slow down Bohachuk's pressure.
Yeah, I'm not too sure mid-range is where Bohachuk should be.
No.
I think right inside the chest.
That's where Mendoza wants him.
But even if he is, I mean, Bohachuk is just the volume of punching that he throws is too much for Mendoza. I mean, he's just outworking Mendoza right now.
And Mendoza again against the ropes as we come to the end of round number 5. Counter right from Mendoza, but Bohachuk answers it going.
And this is why Mendoza's dangerous.
Losing on every scorecard against Fundora before he landed that left hook, right hand left hook that
Close your eyes,
changed his
please.
fortunes.
Close your eyes.
Earned him a payday down under against Tim Tszyu.
Mr. Bohachuk, let me tell you something. You gotta continue to work off that jab. Don't be looking for one punch. Put it down in Rye's face. Okay?
Well, here we go. Look, here's another example of both guys dishing it out with the jabs, but Bohachuk came over with that right hand. Now he's going to get right back into him and follow up. There's a little left uppercut, short right hand. He's going to press down on. He's going to press down on Mendoza.
And he's never smothering his punches. Even when he's in the inside, he does not smother his punches.
La rodilla. Vamos ahí vivo, Brian, ¿eh?
This is the beginning of round 6, scheduled for 12 at 154 pounds, and Bohachuk throwing more, landing a lot more, and yet the body shots a huge advantage for Mendoza, but he's been unable to thwart the sustained attack of Bohachuk, whose corner wants him to continue to use the jab more.
And Claudia just was over in the corner with Salas. Good luck Mendoza. And said that Salas wants Mendoza at more range, a longer range. Well, and that makes sense because every time that he's on the ropes and gets it close, it's all Bohachuk.
Well, you know what? You can't keep Bohachuk off him. That's what's going on. He's trying Mendoza. Look where Bohachuk is. He's constantly on him, and that jab is so good for Bohachuk. He doesn't throw it to hurt you. It's to measure.
Set up that right hand, that raucous right hand, and Mendoza also wanting to keep it mid-range because he was going to look for those uppercuts, but again, not getting the opportunity. There's a nice counter check up good by Mendoza. Going to the body again, but it's a right uppercut from Bohachuk.
It's a jab that bothers you. It's in your face. It blinds you a bit. Again, it's just to set up the overhand right or straight right hand for Bohachuk.
It's just something to throw you off the track.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Mendoza below the Mendoza line when it comes to the stats of this fight. Bohachuk with a huge advantage and continues to add to the score totals.
And even though Mendoza went down and low, Bohachuk landed
took advantage of the uppercut,
yeah. I mean, that was a nice little session there. But Bohachuk is just, I think this is the best he's looked in quite a while against a quality opponent.
And Bohachuk, who continues to march forward, squares up, and Mendoza continues to eat those shots, and again now retreats to the corner, and there's another solid right hand, right uppercut, just misses for Bohachuk.
Yep. He's looking a little overwhelmed right now, Mendoza, and why wouldn't you, and how wouldn't you have Bohachuk on top of you, and right when you think that he's gonna stop throwing, he continues to throw.
But it looked like that for him against Fundora, it looked like that against
I get that, yes.
But there's one thing about
but he's not creating the space to get that shot.
Just landed the right hook and another one, and really we've seen over the last few years that Bohachuk has really improved on not just necessarily relying on his power or need to knock an opponent out, and that he credits his career progress to Manny Robles, who has helped him improve his ring general.
Manny's great at that. Manny knows how to put those short combos together, and Bohachuk really is putting it on Mendoza right now. As great as these comebacks are that he's had, this one is looking less and less likely. Although not out of the question.
Well, we just saw Isaac Cruz and his family enter the arena. Now it's time to meet Rolando Romero.
I mean, shoot, my dad's mom, she's the biggest shit talker in history. It's just how we socialize with each other. It's always been like that, and I mean, I'm quick-witted, so it just comes to me. So what's the point of life if you're not having fun, right? Everything in life is about having fun. It's too short not to have fun. The best shit talker in boxing. There's a lot of people on that list. There's, you know, Tyson Fury, there's Adrian Broner, there's me. You know, but I will tell you this though, I did take a lot of inspiration from Adrian Broner. 4-division world champion, so yeah, I mean, he's a tremendous fighter.
As polarizing as they come, and yet he embraces the heel persona. And hey, it's all about those Rolly privileges, according to Mr. Romero. And he's done his part to promote his fight, including bringing out the Chihuahua chain, as he called it. Isaac Cruz, the pit bull. He says he doesn't want to talk. He'll shut him out with his punches. So we'll see. That's one of the 4 title fights coming up at the top of the hour on PBC pay-per-view. But in the meantime, this one continues to push. Another counter left hook by Mendoza, who is spending way too much time on the ropes as Bohachuk continues to pour on the pressure.
Yeah, Mendoza landed 2 nice little counter hooks in the corner here, and that's the thing about Mendoza. You know, he never gives up, and he's still trying. And look, he can hurt you at any time, and Bohachuk better not relax his defense.
Can't get comfortable.
No. Right
can't get relaxed.
Inside by Bohachuk, another right uppercut on the inside.
That's how he got knocked out against Brandon Adams. He got too relaxed, too comfortable. He had
beautiful left hook by Bohachuk.
He had Adams on the ropes, and Adams just clipped him with that hook. So again, can't get comfortable.
And he's not getting comfortable.
Not
Continues to just tattoo the face of Mendoza with these punches.
No sense of that from Bohachuk. It just keeps throwing beautiful uppercuts. Again, Mendoza not creating the space that he wants, that he needs. Jab, he needs to jab, take the jab away from Bohachuk.
Bohachuk outlanding, outthrowing Mendoza in this round at a 2-to-1 clip. It's one-way traffic.
It really is. And you know, Mendoza, again, he's trying his best, and he's always dangerous.
Yes.
But right now, it's a runaway for Bohachuk. Would you not agree with that?
Of course. Yes, 100%.
All 3 of Mendoza's losses have come in his last 7 fights, all via decision. Of course, he's coming off the setback in Australia against Tim Tszyu, and Tszyu with designs on joining his Hall of Fame father, Kostya Tszyu, becoming a unified champion here in Las Vegas. The undefeated knockout artist will face the towering Inferno Sebastian Fundora in the main event coming up later tonight.
Again, the only reason we haven't seen Mendoza down is because he's got a great chin. That he does, but he's taking a lot of shots from Bohachuk.
Many punches but you can take over the course of a career.
Of course. And again, he's still game. I know he's had those, you know, fights where he comes out of nowhere, but again, it seems less and less of a chance for him because Bohachuk is just on you.
Yeah, you don't want that to be your trademark.
No. Even though there are some fighters that are like that.
And both of them now grinding away, digging away to the body. 2 consummate professionals against Bohachuk on the upswing, wanting to continue his winning streak and putting his knockout streak on the line against the double tough Brian Mendoza.
Good. 1 round at a time. Hey, listen, you're doing a good job. Right now, when you back him up against the rope, try not to stay in too close, right? Find your range, find your distance so he doesn't hold you. Now you start working in and out. Papa, little step back. Let him show you the right. Let him show you the right hand. Let him show you the hook and then counter. You understand?
I'm right coming up, sir.
Okay, 8th round coming up, okay?
He was missing with the right hand, now pick him up with the left. Okay, he's going inside.
All right, here we go. Here's that right hand we were talking about, Abner. Okay, now we're gonna look at it from a different angle. Here comes the jab that Maro's been talking about, and there it is. Just a little decoy.
He set it up with that jab. He set it up with that jab.
Remember how he
Round 8.
Brunson,
Round
highly
8.
touted fighter, and that was where Bohachuk really put himself on the map, using that 1-2 and that lethal right hand to dispose of that highly touted fighter. And in fact, we talk about Mendoza's body work, and really has been the one advantage he's had in this fight, and yet Bohachuk's also scored some knockdowns with body shots. And as we are into round number 8 of the scheduled 12-rounder, Joe Goosen, you have Bohachuk comfortably ahead. What's the biggest reason?
I think it's obvious to anybody who's watching this fight.
I gotta ask.
And that's fine. The reason is because Bohachuk is really he's doing what he wants to do. That's the bottom line. He's not letting Mendoza get off. He's keeping the combinations flowing. He's putting the pressure on. He's keeping Mendoza on the run. He's not giving him openings. His hands are up. The elbows are in.
Yeah, he's working.
We've seen an improvement after watching tape like we all do to get ready. The higher guard, the more the defensive responsibilities are also growing, becoming a more well-rounded fighter. And again, tantamount to the trainer.
Yes, sir.
Oh, missing wildly with the right hand, but Mendoza stapled to the ropes, you guys.
Listen, I love Manny Robles. He's great, and he's got a great cut man in there, Michael Rodriguez. But I'm not entirely in sync with him.
I saw you nodded your head when he said that.
I think he's doing great in close. I don't know why you'd move him and give Mendoza any punching room.
I think what he wanted from Bohachuk is cleaner punches. Take that step back and step back and throw the uppercuts.
It's hard to step back when you don't step back.
Yeah, he's not a step back fighter. Yeah, I get you.
Forget the Real Housewives. We should do the Real Trainers of Boxing. Just chop it up in your own inimitable way as Bohachuk continues to score with the jab, and Mendoza needs to find a way to land that proverbial knockout blow as this one continues to unfold. And it appears again he's putting himself in the corner with the pressure, and you're right, it's because of the pressure, and he can't find a way to escape.
And we haven't seen the maturity from him or the experience. No, not even that. Just hold, turn him, the little things that you can do to stop.
There's a left hook to the body,
just like that.
And there's a left hook upstairs. Mendoza coming back, just as you think you're going to write him off. Brian La Bala Mendoza says, let me bite down on the bullet. I'll show you what I'm made of.
That's right. And you saw Mendoza had some room there to do it. That's why I like him in close.
That's what he told us. He wanted that mid-range level where he could dictate his terms.
So that's why I like him in close. You can feel stuff coming when you're in close body to body.
10 seconds.
You don't want to let him in that comfortably, Bohachuk, and that was beautiful. That was from Mendoza.
And as much as Mendoza had some success, Bohachuk continues to fire.
Now here we go. Here's that liver shot we were talking about. It's probably right on the
right in the belt.
No, it's right on the belt. It's right on the belt. That's not a low blow. A low blow is below
Easter
the
egg
belt.
hunt.
And that was right on the belt.
Easter egg.
We'll scramble those Easter eggs. Maybe.
There's that counter hook.
Tiene que sacarlo. Súbeme la mano bien
gotta
para que
put
no
your
te
hands
peguen
up.
más ahí, que está hinchado.
Now you're
Sube la
swollen.
mano bien y pégale un buen swing.
Hands
Ya
up,
sea de
and I need
izquierda o
you
de
to
derecha.
swing hard. Use that right.
Exacto. ¿Te entiendes?
You understand?
Pero tiene que estar seguro de
But you need
meterle y
to be
hacerle
sure.
daño. Uno solo. Yo no
need
quiero
to do
que
damage.
tú tires
I
mucho.
just need you to throw
Pero
one
sube la
punch.
mano, Brian.
Hands are
¿Ok?
up, Brian.
Vamos allá, nene. Vamos, limpio.
And this is the first time in Serhii Bohachuk's career that he will see a round number 9. Mendoza coming off that torturous 12-round affair with Tim Tszyu down under. But Bohachuk now in uncharted territory and continues to do what he's done throughout the fight, march forward.
Yeah, he just not stop, and the tempo is the same one. It's the same type of variety of punches as well from Bohachuk. In a sense, you can see he's predictable, but he throws so much that it's hard to keep him off and hard to time as well.
And Mendoza continues to go to the body, trying desperately to sap some of this momentum from Bohachuk.
See, Mendoza's still throwing hard. And Salas says, give me one punch here, one punch there. He's looking for the knockout. He's not looking for a comeback decision win. He's looking for Mendoza.
He's looking to do what John Molina did against Mickey Bay in round 10, my friend.
Hey, were you there that night?
I was there that night. I want to know the event there for it.
Thank you. I wasn't.
The former franchise. 2 minutes left here at round 9.
Yeah, and at this stage, I mean, that's
Vicious right hook from Bohachuk and a right uppercut. There's the jab continuing to keep Mendoza on the ropes.
That's what Mendoza's going to try to do. He's going to look for that knockout because so far it's all been Bohachuk.
Right hand lands curl behind the guard, and that one tagged Mendoza on the jaw. Uppercuts by Bohachuk. Left hook, another left hook. Mendoza leaning forward, leaving himself open to uppercuts, but still digging deep, trying to find that knockout punch somehow, some way.
I will tell you something, if I was in the corner of Mendoza right now, if I didn't see something happen, an improvement, I might think about
Well, you look at his numbers, Joe, and the offense is muted, to say the least, in this round. He's landed 6 of 20 shots compared to 24 of 51 for Bohachuk. Another right hand, left hook.
I'll tell you, if after this round, I may give one more, but I'll tell you, I would feel comfortable stopping it after this round.
Final minute of the 9th, the first time Bohachuk has been in round 9, and he continues to shine in this, the biggest and toughest test of his career, continuing to unload on the gutsy Brian Mendoza.
Nicely set from Joe. I mean, Mendoza's just taking too many shots now.
There's the jab.
Yeah, to break for his own good. Great chin. No doubt about that. But again, we're talking about a guy that's got 23 wins, 23 knockouts in Bohachuk, and he's taking those shots.
Mendoza leaning for Mendoza, just getting tattooed his face, becoming a mess. Final 15 seconds. Right hook, Bohachuk backing Mendoza to the ropes again. It is all Serhii Bohachuk as we go to round 10, or will we?
That's a great question.
Okay. This guy has a chin, right? So we have to keep, what do we do? We chop wood, right? We chop wood, keep piling up the points, but let's not be overconfident, okay? Same thing, round 10, 3 rounds to go. 3 rounds to go. Good job.
Remember, this guy's still dangerous. You gotta be very careful with it, okay? Stay low. Mark?
Manny, next time give me a regular water bottle. Fuck this thing here. All right? Keep your hands up and we'll keep working out the jabs. Keep that defense nice and tight.
All right, here we go. I mean, this
Let's
is
not
just
be overconfident, okay?
More of the same, but better. I mean, more Tyra Mendoza, those uppercuts are just working their way inside.
Coming up. Let's go get him. Focus, please, focus.
I'll tell you, this would be the last round. I hope Salas told him, look, I'm going to give you more. You don't knock him out. I'm calling the fight off.
But you think, as a coach, a guy that we've seen before that can take a shot and can change the fight? No?
It's a dangerous thing.
And Bohachuk, his trainer, with the understatement of the fight, Mendoza's got a chin. And he wants to continue to chop wood. That's what the instructions are for Bohachuk. Continue to break down and at this point, rob the fight from, like this fighting spirit from Mendoza, but it's almost impossible to do.
Exactly. But at this point, Mendoza's greatest asset is the greatest detriment to him right now, his chin.
Right, the chin, yes. And he's chopping away, but
he can't keep him off him, and now tries to turn him.
Imagine if you were to throw body shots, but Bohachuk, he's not a body puncher, he's a head hunter. But he would, but if he were to throw more in this fight, I mean, I think it would make it a lot easier work.
And he's at the distance to do it. Although again, you go downstairs, you leave yourself susceptible to that Mendoza counterpunching. Just past the midway point of the 10th round. It continues to be Serhii Bohachuk who wants to inspire his compatriots, his fellow countrymen in Ukraine. He knows and respects the long lineage of Ukrainian champions. He says now is his time. And here on this stage here tonight, acquitting himself extremely well.
The best I've ever seen him look against
what the best opponent he's
a world-class opponent in Mendoza. And by the way, there's a lot of blood flying in this fight, and half of it is all
I got a little kick from Mendoza.
Bohachuk's bleeding a little bit from the mouth too himself right now. This is a
blood and guts battle.
You talked about the fighting spirit from Mendoza, but it just seems like it's not there anymore. I mean, he's still punching. Yeah, he's still punching, but Bohachuk
fighting spirit, baby. But I hear you. I mean, this is, Joe brought it up. He's taking all kinds of punishment, and we know he is not going to capitulate of his own volition.
Yeah, Mendoza would probably be the last one to approve of somebody stopping.
Yes, he's never been stopped, never been down.
10 seconds.
But sometimes the coach has to do the best interest of the fighter.
Estamos bien, estamos bien. Acuérdate de lo que nos queda.
Yo siento el pop en los brazos.
¿Eh?
What we have left,
Sí, sí.
it's gonna go, you know,
Pero
he's popping on my
lo que nos
shoulders.
queda, Brian,
What we have
lo
left,
que nos
Brian,
queda es meterle un palo a ese tipo.
we just need to look for that one
Pero yo no
punch.
quiero que tú cojas un palo.
But I don't want you to get hit.
Oíste,
Listen,
yo no quiero que tú cojas un palo,
I don't
métele
want
un
you to
palo.
get hit. I
La
want
mano
you to throw
izquierda,
the
la
hit.
mano izquierda esa, ponla bien
the
ahí.
left hand has to go up.
¿Ok?
Doing a very good job blocking the hook. Right? Same thing with the right hand. Watch the overhand right.
Don't get right hand happy.
Okay.
You gotta look for the body. Stay
Right?
very low. You gotta go focus.
Keep working out keep working out.
Here we go. Boom. Nothing
right
new.
hand for both.
Round
Yeah.
after round, it's the same shot.
Let me know.
We're
You
looking
stop
at.
here?
It's the
Yeah.
jab,
Okay,
right
good,
hand,
good.
then the left one follows.
We also heard from the corner from Mendoza, we don't want you to take big shots like this. You have been the entire fight, so you got to show me something.
Round 11, the thudding shots reverberating throughout the T-Mobile Arena from Serhii Bohachuk, who has 23 wins, 23 knockouts, and here into the so-called championship rounds, and Mendoza coming out for round 11 and now utilizing some lateral movement, trying to find the mid-range. We have Mendoza usually leading with that left hook to the body. We've seen him drop Rosario, stop Charles, but the pressure from Bohachuk, unable to let him do so. And the numbers on your scorecard, well, they do tell the story of what we're witnessing.
Yeah, and I hope you don't disagree with this.
I'm never good at math, so I don't ever disagree with others. Oh, right uppercut from Mendoza from the distance.
Exactly.
And there it is again. Here's Mendoza coming on.
There he's getting that jab in. He's got to work the jab. He's got to turn him. Things that he needed to do early on in the fight, he's doing now, Mendoza.
Well, he is momentarily, but I don't think it's going to hold up too long.
He's fighting him even right now in the first half of the 11th round. Bohachuk continues to put the front foot forward.
Mendoza's looking for that Jason Rosario right up, but it's not happening right now. Bohachuk's very aware of it, and he's got his guard closed up real well. He's coming in, very tight defense. He's not going to get clipped with something stupid. I don't think at this point.
Stop! I got you.
By the way, great job by Robert Malone.
You hardly ever saw him, yeah.
He's done a great job. Really
Oh, right uppercut, and Mendoza side to side, trying to avoid the attack. Avoiding a lot of the punches, but needs to be careful that he doesn't move in the wrong direction.
The hands are down. Yeah, he's moving their heads up, but the hands are down. He's got to be careful.
Oh, another 1-2 from Bohachuk that lands with authority.
He's just a machine right now, Bohachuk. He's non-stop. He's been this way for 11 rounds now.
But there's Mendoza stopping the momentarily. Mendoza firing out those left hooks. Mendoza looking for the win. Again, never question the fighting spirit of Brian Mendoza. Mendoza punching himself out. You never want to take that.
And he was smiling at Mendoza and then coming back with the combinations.
Incredible stuff here in round 11.
An amazing man, Mendoza. As much as he's taken in this fight.
Last round, he's coming with everything. Okay?
Amazing.
Take a shot, Wall. It's okay. No problem. You okay?
Last round is coming up.
You okay? You okay? Okay. See, this is what I mean. He's always dangerous. He's always dangerous. Right? So we learned something to stay focused.
All right. Here we go again.
Stay focused.
Bohachuk, this looks like, now there's that right uppercut. After I said he wouldn't sneak it in, he did sneak it in.
We saw it.
And of course he was effective with it. It buzzed Bohachuk, but there's Mendoza missing, and Bohachuk's going to come back now. And if we have the replay, it's an incredible rally right here.
Yeah, the way he came back.
Yeah, go ahead.
The way Bohachuk came back, I mean, it just to show him that, hey, I'm still here. You hurt me, but hey, it's my turn now.
I talked about in the beginning of the round, Mendoza used to using that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 12th and final round.
To slow down Serhii Bohachuk, 12th and final round. With Bohachuk at 23-1. All of his fights ending inside the distance. Mendoza 22-3 with 16 KOs. Has never been dropped or stopped. And there's a left hook combination. Mendoza loading with the right.
Still landing that uppercut, Mendoza.
Right uppercut, Bohachuk. Counter left hook upstairs by Mendoza. Nice defense from Mendoza, looking for that right uppercut again. Now forced to clinch.
And it's there all night, and it has been there all night, but Mendoza just found it.
Counter right from Mendoza. Jab finally from Bohachuk.
Mendoza had a great spurt in that last round, and he's trying to capitalize it right now. He's an amazing man.
Tiger snatch. Victory from the judge of defeat according to our official score, Joe Goosen. And I mean, like you say, you see what we see. Mendoza against the ropes. Plenty of heart and guts, but Bohachuk very composed, very mature in his performance. And now getting hit a little more, but continues to fish for that uppercut on the inside.
We're seeing what we kind of wanted to see as well with the catch and shoot from Mendoza. That was perfectly an example of that.
1-2 from Mendoza.
No, Mendoza is really, again, if he could have fought like this every round of it was impossible. Bohachuk was just mowing through it. But right now, he's still dangerous, as we've talked about. He's a dangerous guy, especially when he's hurt.
Especially when he's hurt,
Just over a minute remaining in the fight. Will Bohachuk's knockout streak continue? Will Mendoza record another dramatic come from behind victory? 1 minute left and they are going at it. Both of them throwing punches. Oh, the jack with that uppercut. Another right uppercut on Mendoza. Right hook left and Mendoza just eating all these shots. Biting down on the gum shield, trying to find a way to land the heaviest hit of his career.
The thing is, Bohachuk doesn't need to do this, to tell you the truth. He's put himself in a bad position. He's got won almost every round, and he's slugging it out with a guy that he's 10 rounds ahead of.
Unfortunately, that's his style. He's going to be there. He's going to try to close the round.
Bohachuk and Mendoza, two quality operators at 154 pounds, three-punch combination, punctuated by the uppercut from Mendoza. Let's enjoy the sounds of roll.
What a left hook for Bohachuk.
Hard rounds of 154-pound prize fighting. The pictures may tell the story. All you have to do is look at Brian Mendoza's face and then Serhii Bohachuk, and when you rate the performance and we await the decision, we did continue to see improvements in Serhii Bohachuk's all-around capabilities.
It was speechless how Mendoza, was able to sustain that type of punishment, come back and really score some scary punches. If you're in Bohachuk's corner, I'd be biting my nails at that point because he didn't really need to slug it out with him in that last round either.
The knockout streak has come to an end, but Abner, when you rate Serhii Bohachuk's performance, what stood out for you the most?
His patience, like the defense, really calm when it came to the pressuring, not smothering his punches. I mean, a guy that that's his style, right? Non-stop throwing punches. But that's what I liked about Bohachuk, just the patience, and a guy that he never got desperate in any moment.
Well, let's watch the ebb and flow of professional prize fighting, Mr. Russo.
Wow, it was, like I said, even though he was losing every round, it was still a dangerous fight for both guys.
Yes. But look at the work Bohachuk's putting in along the ropes, the right uppercut.
I just can't imagine what the actual output was on fights for punches for Bohachuk versus Mendoza. But right here,
Bohachuk outlanded him 319 to 168, and he threw 822 punches compared to Mendoza's 507.
It was an incredible output of offense from Bohachuk. And it was just an incredible fight. Mendoza always dangerous, although at about the 10th round, I said it almost looked like he took too much punishment. And look, he tried in the 11th and 12th for a knockout, and here he is right there. Look at that. Still landed, but you know what? It was to no avail. Bohachuk had such a great lead on him, and just really
ain't no party like
Mendoza.
an uppercut party, because an uppercut party don't stop Abner Mars. But the jabs of Bohachuk, 94 to 49, but Mendoza with 68 to 26 edge in body shots. And look at the end of the fight, the toe-to-toe action, as Serhii Bohachuk smiling in anticipation of extending his win streak to 6 and earning an opportunity to fight for a piece of the throne at 154 pounds. We alluded to the numbers, and boy, Serhii Bohachuk, a very strong night in the ring.
Absolutely, and I'm going to tell you, this is going to propel him into the bigger fights as he goes along, and well deserved. He looked brilliant tonight. He's going to be a handful for just about anybody because he's a relentless pressure fighter. He throws short combinations. He's got power in both hands. He's an incredible fighter.
All right,
and a good defense.
I believe that the official scores are in. And let us find out now who the winner is. Let's go to Miguel Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Glenn Feldman sees it 118 to 110, and judges Don Trella and Steve Weisfeld see it 117 to 111. All three judges in agreement for your winner by unanimous decision. And now the interim WBC Super Welterweight Champion, Serhii El Flaco Bohachuk.
6 straight wins, now 24-1, goes the distance for the first time in his career at a critical juncture of his career, when he needed to really be tested and go the distance against a guy like Brian Mendoza, and Mendoza wearing the vestiges of battle, including a very swollen left side of his face.